Today, our midweek focus is Colossians 1:15 through 20. In this passage, God, through the Apostle Paul, emphasizes several truths about Jesus that should lead us to praise Jesus all the more. He writes, "He is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn of all creation. For in him all things in the heavens and on the earth were created, things visible and invisible, whether thrones or dominions or rulers or powers. All things have been created through him and for him. He himself is before all things, and in him all things hold together. He is the head of the body, the church. He is the beginning, the firstborn from the dead, so that he might come to have first place in everything. For in him all the fullness of God was pleased to dwell, and through him God was pleased to reconcile to himself all things, whether on earth or in heaven, by making peace through the blood of his cross." Today I want to highlight 7 truths to increase your joy in Jesus. First, Jesus is the image of the invisible God. When you look at Jesus, you see God. He came in a physical, visible form so that you can see and understand and know him more intimately. Second, he is the firstborn of all creation. He is before all things. The Son of God precedes all things. There has never been a time, nor will there ever be a time, when Jesus does not exist. He has always been, and he always will be. Third, all things were created for him and through him. All creation was made for his purposes. It serves him. He created it for a reason, for his pleasure. It belongs to him. Fourth, he is the head of the church. We follow his leadership. It is not the way we want it or think it should be, because he is the head. He's the boss. He's the king. And we follow his leadership. Fifth, he is the firstborn from the dead. When Jesus died, he didn't stay dead. Instead, he rose back to life. He leads the way. Through him, we will also rise from the dead to live forever with him in his kingdom. Sixth, he has first place in everything. This simply means that he is supreme in all things. Jesus is the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. He's God. He's wiser, more powerful, and more loving, more important. He's above all things. Seventh, through him, God reconciled all things to himself. Creation was cursed. It was corrupted by man's sin, separated from God. Through Jesus' death that paid for the price or punishment of sin, and his resurrection which broke the power of sin and death, all creation is now being reconciled back to God. This is accomplished, and it will be completed when Jesus returns. These 7 truths from Colossians this midweek prove to us that Jesus is worthy of our trust, our obedience, our praise, and our love.